Breathing out, letting the body drop. Every exhalation, just let the body heavy a little more. And as you breathe in, just breathe in a gentle energy that allows for the surrender of the exhale. Allows that surrender to be very deep. Now gently, in your mind's eye, begin to visualize, sense, see, or feel summer lavender. See the purple flowers and the green stems. Maybe even breathe in that gentle fragrance. And see these pretty little flowers just gently swaying in the breeze. And just allow this picture, this sensing, this feeling, just to settle somewhere in the body, wherever it wants to go. And then gently, in your own time, begin to visualize, sense, see or feel autumn leaves, red, gold, orange, crisp autumn leaves falling from the trees, lying on the paths, lying on the ground. Beautiful autumn leaves. And now allow the imagination of this to settle somewhere in your body. And it doesn't matter if it settles in the same place as the lavender fields. Just see where it wants to go. Next picture is morning dew. Sense, see or feel morning dew. Shining diamonds of dew resting on the blades of grass. And then allow this picture to gently place itself somewhere in your body. Now visualize, sense, see or feel stars, night stars, twinkling, thousands of stars, beautiful night sky. And as you exhale, see where this picture places itself in your body. There's no right or wrong place. The next picture that we visualize or feeling that we have or sense that we have is that of wild horses grazing or galloping. Beautiful wild horses. And allow this picture to settle somewhere else in your body, or to settle with another picture. It's absolutely fine. And visualize, sense, see or feel clean white snow, fresh snow, pristine snow, pure white. And allow this image to place itself somewhere in your body, this feeling to place itself somewhere in your body. Next, we visualize, sense, see or feel sand dunes, a blue sea, and pure white seagulls on a summer's day. As you breathe out, allow this image, this feeling to be placed somewhere in your body. Visualize, sense, see or feel a clear mirror lake in the moonshine. Clear, still water. A bright silver moon reflected. And then allow this image to place itself somewhere in the body. Visualize, sense, see or feel pebbled streams, playful pebbled streams of water. Cold, fresh, clear, pebbled streams, water running over stones. Playful streams of water, and just watch where this feeling or this image places itself in your body. And then trees, willow trees, cherry blossoms, oak trees, your favorite tree. Breathe it in now. Feel yourself sitting under your favorite tree. And allow this feeling, this image to rest somewhere in the body. And as the body lies here heavy, allow yourself to be open to receive receive that you are summer lavender, you are crisp autumn leaves, morning dew, stars, wild horses, clean white snow, sand dunes, sea, birds, a clear mirror lake. You are the moon, you are the reflection of the moon in still water. You are playful pebbled streams. You are willow trees, cherry blossoms. You are your favorite tree. The memory of all this dwells within you. The feeling, the joy of being witness to beauty is within you. Allow yourself to acknowledge the capacity you have to hold beauty inside of yourself and to see, sense, visualize or feel it. Witness your interior through your own eye of beauty. See yourself through the eye of darshan, the eye of unconditional love. See yourself as beautiful. Let's come into a seated posture, bringing the soles of your feet together and let your knees go wide. And this posture can be, your feet can be as far away from you as you like. You can create quite a wide diamond with your legs, or you can have your feet pull quite close into you, depending on your body and how you feel today. Our first pose of the day is butterfly. This is what this pose is called. And we're just going to imagine ourselves a butterfly here. You can rock a little backwards and forwards. And you can gently lift your knees up and let your knees lower if that is okay for your body today. So you're like a child, really, just playing with the idea of feeling and being a butterfly. A butterfly is a symbol for joy and happiness in many, many cultures. So put a smile on your face, or at least as you breathe in what brings you joy in your life today. Or you could, if you feel a lot of stress and a lot of strain, you can equally breathe out what does not give you joy. Let it go. Beautiful. And then from here, you guys use your hands to lift your knees up and just straighten out your legs. You may want to kind of pedal out your knees a little bit and come to lie on your back with the soles of your feet on the floor. Your knees are bent and your arms are relaxed by your sides. Feel your breath now expanding and releasing like the butterfly's wings. And we're going to do some spinal undulations here. So as you inhale, sort of drop your sit bones down towards the ground and lifting the small of your back away from the ground. So you feel your tummy stretch and extend. And as you exhale, press the small of your back into the ground, creating a little tunnel through your lower back. Inhaling as the tunnel opens up. Exhaling as the tunnel collapses and the lower back presses into the ground. You're rocking through your pelvis as you inhale. Create a little tunnel with your lower back, and as you exhale, release this lower back into the ground. Now, using your imagination, let's imagine or bring your awareness rather to your back body and really feel the contact of your back with the ground as you move. Imagine yourself on a hot summer day, like a scruffy dog rolling his back on a prickly lawn, finally getting to sort of scratch his own back. Gorgeous. And then gently release that, you guys. And slowly bring your feet to the bottom of your mat. So you're stretching long through your body, your arms are by your side. We're going to reach the legs together and extend quite strongly through your heels. Spread your toes so they are wide and alive with sensitivity. And relax your arms by your side. We're mountain pose here on the floor. Just observe your body's natural points of contact with the ground and the movement of the body as you breathe. Observe the curves and contours of the body like the silhouette of rolling hills in sunlight or twilight. The butterfly is quite an amazing creature, really, in that in order to turn from a caterpillar into a butterfly, it first has to turn itself into goo. It kind of digests itself. And within this sort of gunk and goo that is created within the chrysalis are these cells that are called imaginal cells. And within those cells is all the information needed to turn caterpillar into butterfly. So we are imagining ourselves today, using our imagination to transform our state. Feeling yourself as the mountain. How much can you in this moment connect to the earth? It's just you and the earth, and you are the mountain. Imagine yourself as a mountain on the earth before any buildings, before any houses and bridges, before any cars, motorways. Just you and the earth. Awesome. And then just bring one of your knees towards your chest. And just take a moment here. And then release your leg back to the floor and repeat this with the other leg. And swap your legs over. And you can continue this in your own pace. You can do this as quickly or as slowly as you like, just bringing your knee in towards the chest. And then releasing it back to the floor. As your knee comes towards your chest, imagine yourself a pink flamingo, drawing your leg into fluffy feathers, a fluffy feathered chest. Observe how the movement of your legs affects your spine. And what happens in the lower back as you do this? Does the strength of your bottom leg affect the extension of your spine? Does it make you a sturdier flamingo. Our practice today becomes like a chrysalis, really. It's kind of beautiful. We use our imaginations within this chrysalis of our yoga practice, this container of yoga, to see the state that we exit at, see where we can take ourselves. Awesome. And now let's bring both legs off of the mat. You're still on your back, and now you can move your legs randomly like a little insect stuck on its back trying to right itself. You can go quickly or you can go slowly. Just observe and listen to your body. So, kick around a bit in your imaginal goo. Know that you're in the process of transformation, so we don't need to be perfect. We just need to be where we are. And as you sort of randomly move your legs, allow for some spontaneity. And simply just listen to the body. What feels good? What doesn't feel good? And obviously choose what feels good, you guys. Gorgeous. Then from here, let's bring the knees down towards your armpits. And if you can hold your feet, hold your feet. If not, hold on to the backs of your thighs for happy baby. And just enjoy the feeling now of having your spine completely supported as you release your hips. And you're holding yourself together. There's a big relaxation for the spine when we can pull ourselves together, so to speak. Imagine yourself a baby now and be delighted with your feet again. And see if you can return to that body, your baby body. This body with a strong, supple spine and flexible hips. And remember that today we are in our imaginal goo. So if this is not the body that you perceive usually, see if you can imagine that body now. Gorgeous. Now bring both of your knees together and into your chest. And let's drop them over to the right now. For a twist here, recline twist. And see if you can meet the resistance of this twist with release and ease, rather than fight and struggle. Let's feel the release as you exhale. Release what you can. Imagine yourself to be naturally winding, naturally twisting, like a climbing wisteria or clematis surrounded trellis, like a plant. here, exhale, come back to center. And let's twist to the other side, so do the same thing to the other side. Meeting any resistance with ease, coming into this natural feeling of plant-like motion. And I am able to twist and grow around anything. Inhale here, exhale, come back to center, you guys. And take a strap now around your right foot. And bring your right leg in towards your head while extending your left leg and pressing it down against the ground. It's a reclined leg stretch here. Now soften through your eyes. Soften your drishti or your gaze as if you are looking at a baby as you look at your foot, your shin, your knee, your thigh. This beautiful, perfect baby. That is your body. That is yours, priceless. See if you can see your leg without judgment. And observe your body without criticism. Look at your toes and imagine your toes twinkling. Be delighted by your toes. Inhale here. Exhale, release the leg and swap the strap over and do the same thing on the other side. Imagine that your body was made of Lego and you had to build this body every morning. Imagine all the intricate structures inside this leg that you look at, these impossible designs, these impossible mechanisms. Where would we start if we had to build our own body? Thank goodness that it is gifted to us. It is a gift. It is delightful. It is amazing. That leg is yours. Inhale here, exhale, you guys, just release your legs down and just roll to lie on your belly. And just lie now on your belly and breathe. Just feel your tummy expand as you breathe in and relax as you breathe out. Imagine yourself now inside this chrysalis of yoga as one of those huge seal, like a walrus, wallowing in the sun, wallowing in the shallow water. And just turn your head to one side if you haven't done already. Feel yourself like that walrus, weighted to the ground, heavy. Enjoy the feeling of your tummy expanded, open, uninhibited. And now turn your head to the other side and feel all of your vital organs safe, pressing against the earth and covered by your back. Like this huge walrus that it's got all these layers of security around you. Just feel the emotional grounding that comes from being physically grounded. And from that connectedness, let your breath come into its natural flow. Expand your belly like the Buddha. And maintain that grounded quality. But now we'll start to elongate the spine, bringing your head back to center now. Come up into Sphinx pose. And see if you can find length and extension of your spine along with that heaviness and relaxation. It's like the bottom half of your body is super grounded. And it's this grounded quality through the legs and through the pelvis that allows the chest to lift in Sphinx pose. And now let your mind move into a sinuousness, like a lizard on its belly on a hot, dry desert sand. And feel your breath with that same sinuousness. Inhale here, you guys. Exhale, just come down to lie flat again. And you can bring your hands to your sides or interlace your fingers behind you. And we lift up now to imagine ourselves as the locust, lifting the head, chest, and legs from the ground. Inhale here and exhale, release. And then let's push back for child's pose. Moving very slowly, being very respectful of your lower back. You're sitting now towards your heels, with your head towards the ground. And your arms can be outstretched in front of you or falling behind you. Feel the back space of your heart open like a child. A child that is very secure in the fact that it is cared for and looked after, and it doesn't need to worry or watch his or her back. A child that's breath is free like a swing, inhaling and exhaling. And you can imagine yourself here on a swing, if that was something you enjoyed as a child, as you breathe. Feel that effort of getting higher on your swing, and as you exhale, feel the freedom that follows that exhalation. Breathing in joy and happiness. Just feeling the back door of your heart opening. Just opening that door inside of yourself for transformation and imagination. Imagine yourself in this chrysalis of yoga today, working with your own imaginal cells. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you've done part 1. Let's press up to all fours, and as you inhale, drop your pelvis and belly into a very soft back bend and raise your head like a contented cat. Opening your chest, and as you exhale, round your body in. So hunch your back, drop your head like an angry, hissing, crazy cat. Inhale, contented cat. Exhale, upset cat. Arching your back. Inhale, opening your chest, and exhale, arching your back. And just move to the rhythm of your own breath. Feel the soft, supple muscles of your back, so become very feline here. Imagine your feet and hands as padded, and imagine you have some prowess over your practice today. This energy from your belly is rising and undulating along your spine. Keep going with your cat. Well, today it's cat-cat. Usually I'd say cat-cow. We're just pretending to be that cat. Contented and open, and then peed off and angry. Awesome. Now sit back onto your heels, lean forward and relax your hands, and allow your arms to become very, very heavy, like an orangutan. Very heavy, very confident, very strong. and start to just let your hands slap the ground. So you're like an orangutan beginning to kind of pound out on the floor of the jungle. Can you touch the floor evenly throughout both your hands, connecting your body to the earth through both your hands and strong arms? And you can slap your hands against the ground, wake up your hands and your body through the sort of sting of a slap. Allow yourself to play here. Monkey around a little bit. Then press yourself back with your knees slightly apart and your big toes together. Let's bring your sit bones towards your heels so your spine releases over your legs like an embryo in the womb. If this is uncomfortable, use a blanket or a block to support you. Coming into child's pose. And like a child now, play at hiding. Imagine that because you can't see anyone, no one can see you. And feel delighted with this, that same delight of a child when you play peekaboo with them. And then gently press yourself up and sit back on your heels. We're going to do lion pose next, so stick your tongue out towards your chin as far as it can go. Cross your eyes and stare at the tip of your nose. On your exhale, roar like a lion, letting the sound come from the very depths of your intestines. And really feel the depth of your belly, this lion's roar that is resounding through your entire body, coming from that power center of the belly. Beautiful. Then you might want to wipe your chin. I always do before we carry on. And we're just going to shift the weight now. Coming back onto all fours, and then from here pressing back into downward facing dog. So your feet are hip width apart, your hands are shoulder width apart. And shift your weight now from one hand to the other. And from one foot to the other. And search for a place in this posture where your hands and feet are evenly grounded. And alternate between just feeling and observing the pose and continuing to search for evenness. So take a moment just feeling, observing where you are, and then switch it around. Can I get more even here? If you're a beginner and you want to drop to your knees and just extend through your arms to puppy dog, feel really welcome. So you're doing the same thing on your knees, really. You can pad your knees with a blanket if there's anything going on there. But from downward facing dog, let's bring a lightness to this pose now, a feeling of suspension. It's like you're working quite hard, you're getting quite warm now in this dog pose. And this feeling of suspension and lightness is like a cool breeze that brings you some relief. And let's relax the face completely, whether you're in dog or puppy, and let your lips sort of double in size in your imagination. And let your mouth get very loose and start to out with your lips to pretend you are a horse. Downward facing horse. Gorgeous. Lovely. And from downward facing horse, let's prowl like a cat forward into a standing forward bend with bent legs. So bend your legs quite substantially here. And just bring your awareness to the soles of your feet connecting with the ground. Just feel the sensuousness of your feet. As if you are sitting on the end of a dock, kind of dangling your feet into a cool lake. And there's nothing quite like putting your feet in a natural water source. To really imagine that. Breathing as we go with all of these postures, of course. Let's slowly begin to straighten one leg at a time, just feeling your way into a forward fold with straight legs or straighter legs. Allow your head to hang easily and comfortably. You're like a gazelle grazing on wild grass. Or you can imagine the top of your head is like a pepper pot. And you can gently nod your head yes, shake your head no, and imagine all the stuff in your mind that you do not need falling out the top of your head. That's my favorite thing. Bend both of your knees again, you guys, and start to roll up through your spine so your head and your shoulders come to standing last. And from your standing position, bring one foot high into the groin of the other leg, if you can. If not, onto the shin is fine, or just toes to the floor is fine, but don't bring your foot to your knee. And when you're ready, reach your arms above your head, balance here for tree pose. And allow yourself to be like a tree that sways in the wind. And maybe you fall out and you have to climb back in. That's okay. Just feel the movement of your weight shifting, your body moving back and forth, and just play with this swaying action that happens naturally. Don't try and make yourself sway. Become interested in the movement of this tree that you are in. Where is the breeze coming from that blows it one way and then the other? Inhale here, exhale, release that, you guys. Separate your feet along the length of your mat so that if you put your hands out, if you put your arms out to the sides, your feet come roughly underneath your wrists. Now turn your toes out and your heels in and bend your knees and sink down through your hips without pressing your bum out behind you. So no sassy bottoms. Tuck your bottom in so your lower back is long. Lift your arms like a steeple and come into this pose, temple pose. Imagine the bottom half of your body is boxy like a building and strong, and your arms stretch towards the heavens. And you're in this temple. Imagine yourself the temple. It's surrounded by trees in a lush and beautiful garden. Inhale here, exhale, press on out of that. And then come back to a neutral standing position and lift your other leg up to be a tree on the other side. So swap your legs over if you did do the other side. So you are the temple and you are the trees in the garden of the temple. Allow yourself to play and allow yourself to be suspended in imaginal goo with this practice. It is only when we let ourselves kind of go completely that we can bring in something new. So if your tree falls down today, then that is just the way of things. It is okay. And now let's come to stand with the legs together and spread your feet open. As tenacious as the talons of an eagle. Strengthen through your legs. Put a little micro bend in your knees. Drop your tailbone. And let your waist grow long. And lift and open your chest. Mountain pose, standing here. Bring yourself to the mountain with a sense of ease and contentment. Retain the broad vision of the mountain that looks out over all creation, over the temple, the trees, the gazelles, the orangutans, the lion, the dog, the horse, the baby, the insect, the cobra, the cat, and the walrus. You are the mountain. You're just looking over the entire practice. Exclude no one and quantify nothing. Accept everything. And then from here, come down to lie on your back, you guys, but grab 2 blocks and go easy with this. Let's take the blocks fairly low. Bring one underneath your shoulder blades and one behind your head for a supported fish. If you don't have a block, you can always roll a blanket up and place it along the length of your spine, just to open your chest a little. But in supported fish, that's just feel the body breathe. Try to relax the legs and open up the chest with breath, breathing abdomen, chest, and collarbones. Breathing out abdomen, chest, and collarbones. Imagine that you breathe like a fish through the gills between your ribs. Or the gills around your ears, or wherever you feel spaciousness in this pose. Just feel your entire body breathe. Diving deep. Imagine yourself like a fish that is breathing and swimming through beautiful, warm water. Clear, blue, tropical water, beautiful plants all around you. Imaginal goo, you guys. Beautiful. And then from here, bring yourself off of your blocks or your rolled up blanket and just lie down on your back. Reach your arms behind your head, your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, close your elbows together a little, and use the strength in your arms just to lift just your head from the floor, just for a counter stretch for the neck. Again, you're like this little child sort of peeking out. Are we done yet? I say to you, nearly, nearly. And now just lie down on your back and create as much symmetry as possible between the right and left sides of your body. And like that little child, just keep your eyes closed and wiggle around until you feel really comfortable. You feel the skin of your back resting easily on the ground. Now remember when you were a child, and maybe some of us would pretend to be asleep because we knew that our parents would carry us to bed. Or when we fell asleep in the car, we kind of stay asleep, hoping for that carry. And when you got lifted out of that car or carried up to bed, you would let yourself go completely limp, feeling completely relaxed, safe and secure in the warmth of the embrace of the person or people that were looking after you. bit cheeky really. So be like that child, just let yourself go limp. Drop into that feeling, lying on the ground. Arms and legs are completely heavy. And there's no suggestion of any expression on your face. No one knows what you are thinking right now, whether you are awake or asleep. Let's pretend and imagine ourselves so relaxed that we actually become so. So you become so good at tricking your parents that you are asleep, that you almost trick yourself. Completely heavy and relaxed, completely limp. Jaw is open and wide and broad. Hinge of the jaw is not gripping, completely relaxed. Allow yourself to be held now by the ground underneath you. Be carried by the ground underneath you. Trusting completely. Let go. Relax. Relax. And slowly and playfully just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Imagine yourself as if at the seaside and you've been buried up to your neck in the sand, or just covered in sand. And now you're kind of breaking free. And you can stretch your arms above your head. Breathe into that. Bring your knees to your chest. Stretch your back body gently and with respect. And then roll a little side to side. And roll to one side. And then just press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And once you find your seat, shake off any excess sand that stuck to your body that you escaped from. Just brush it off your body now. And sitting in a comfortable seated position, let's take this time, just a few minutes, to enjoy the monkey mind. Observe your wandering, leaping mind, your curious, playful mind. Notice and enjoy the daydreams and the boundless movement of the mind. So often we see this monkey mind as a problem. But it is just a naughty, cheeky, cute and adorable monkey that just wants our attention. It's just making a big noise. So let's give that monkey mind our attention now. Sitting in meditation, observe the monkey mind. I'm just going to leave you with this for a couple of minutes, not long, but if you want longer, you can feel really welcome to pause me or turn me off and just sit here. Beautiful. And then from here, you guys, let's bring the feet back to our initial butterfly position. Toes of the feet, soles of the feet together, knees wide. It's always beautiful to finish as we began. So we can feel the transformation, how this feels now as opposed to how it felt at the beginning. And just feel yourself now about to emerge out of your imaginal goo, anew, afresh, with wings if you like. You know, a Red Bull might give you wings, but yoga would give you bigger wings, I reckon. So you have your big butterfly wings raring to go now as you emerge from this chrysalis, this container that has been your practice today. It's a beautiful lesson of the butterfly is that we break down to break through. It's a good thing to take with us and remember this, that it can help us to reframe any difficulty that we're facing and transform it. There's a joy in this knowing that, even when it feels like we're falling apart and turning to goo and everything's weird, there's a joy that, we know we're transforming through it. So this butterfly practice today, I hope, brings you that feeling of reconnecting to your imagination, knowing that it is all there for you. Playtime, just because we've grown up, still exists. Thank you so much for your practice today. And you can come out of butterfly whenever you're ready and carry on with your day. But thank you so much for your practice today. Namaste.